I chose to not get the vaccine.
I just feel like it was like a social responsibility.
I feel a little confused.
I said, well, put me right here.
The purpose of our conversation today is not to be persuasive, not to demonize anyone for their decisions based on their vaccination status, but to have a honest, down-to-earth, for real conversation about our decisions. What are some concerns, thoughts, points that you consider in making your vaccination decision?
I was really taking into consideration everything that was going into my body, food, liquid, and so I changed that lifestyle. So when the vaccine came out, it was like really scary for me because one, I'm not a scientist, two, what is this that I didn't make it? So I can't say what really went into it.
I'm around like old people, a bunch of people with asthma. I would just feel bad if I was around them or if I knew somebody and then they got it and they ended up dying. I didn't think I was gonna die even if I got it.
I do have asthma, and when it first came out, I was like, great, it's a lung disease, I'm gonna die as soon as I get it. So I was like, double squirting, double masking, stayed at home, got all my groceries delivered. I was terrified. And then after that, I kind of, got a lot more relaxed and started to look into the data. And then I became a lot more, I guess, cautious and aware of, my situation. Obviously, my personal biases have led me to, stay unvaccinated.
As a trans woman of color, there's not a lot of trans women who even make it to 25. So it's a blessing that I'm even here. When the whole vaccination situation came about, I was thinking about my mom for the most part. She's very vulnerable because they just took this cancer out of her body and I had to make sure that she was straight, she was okay. So most of my decision came from that.
So it seems that it would be fair to say that you do have faith in the vaccine.
We don't know the long-term effects. To me, it was worth the risk.
Honestly takes away that whole your choice, your body, because you're making me feel like I have to get it. But we have been in many pandemics before, and nothing was, forced or persuade us to do, this hard to this extent. So it gives me the little, will we be aliens in 10 years?
They have vaccinations for a lot of things. They may not try them on human beings, but they're being tried in labs already. So it's not like that they didn't even have a vaccination, they just had to do the human trials on them.
As a Black man, I am under no false pretense that, I think that the government feels as though I'm special or non-disposable. So I would say I'm skeptical, because of that. And when I have to look at why our population is at risk, it's due to systemic, issues the food that we eat isn't healthy, we're overstressed, overworked, we live in toxic environments, and we address none of those core issues.
Our country is built on this systemic racism, and that's built inside of the health system.
At the end of the day, it's your personal responsibility to understand what's going on with you and how your environment is interacting with your health.